Hi, welcome back to the Invest in Value channel. My name is Victor, and in this video, I'll be reviewing Block, and their symbol is SQ. This company was previously named Square, so I apologize in advance if a few times I call the company Square. It's just known this company for more than five, plus years, and old habits, die hard. Block is a very exciting company, and they are, in essence, on the forefront of the new way that we pay each other or pay for our products. They are a payment processor, which is profitable for them. That's probably, I'll call it a legacy of business, but they do it very well. And going forward, they're really betting on the future finance in the form of Web 3.0, crypto, blockchain. That type of business is where they're building their future. And I believe that is the future. There's, in my mind, 10 years from now, digital currencies will be a very, very typical, thing that we use on a daily basis to pay for our products. And Block is really, gonna build a business that is gonna be like a Google, like a Facebook, where they're in an industry or a part of an industry where it's just a new frontier that is going to be a huge market, just a huge total addressable market for Block. So before I jump into Block and give you my full analysis, do me a big favor and like my video. Consider subscribing to this channel if you'd like to see more videos like this one, and hit that bell to receive notifications on when I release new videos. Now let's get into Block, and let me tell you more about the company. All right, so let's take a look at where Block has been trading over the last 5 years. And it's a really interesting chart. And I've done my homework on Block. Previously, they were named Square. And I actually bought the stock, 5 years ago. And, really believed in the company, saw my stock price or my investment rise in value. And then they got to a point where they just, went off the charts. The price was off the charts on their valuation, and my intrinsic value was lower than their stock price. So I felt like, hey, the price has just kind of gotten out of hand, and it just flew up. I sold, it flew up, and it's kind of like a time in our stock market when it was like unbelievable. And more recently, the stock price has really come down to the point where it became what I believe a discounted stock again. So I bought a good sized position. I'm already up 30% on this stock, a little over 30% in month, 2 months, which has been good for me. And it's all about doing your homework, understanding companies, and then buying when it's discounted, and then selling when you believe that investors are paying too much for a company. I'll take my gains and bank them. So that's what's happened over the last 5 years. Over the last year, as mentioned, the stock price has really come down. So again, bad news for some, good news for others. For me, it's good news. Like, hey, great, I get to buy into one of my favorite companies out there, Block. I believe they're going to be a huge company in the future. And whether I'm a buyer, whether I hold their stock or not hold their stock, I'll always be tracking them because they're going to be a shaker and mover for the economy. Year to date, they're still down. And again, today is probably going to be a down day. We got some significant news, from the Fed yesterday, and it just hammered growth stocks yesterday. Looks like in the pre-market, they're going to be down more, 3%. So on this dip, I'll probably be buying more shares. And a couple other things to note: the price earnings ratio, 410, just nuts. But this is a high growth company, and I'm comfortable with that. The market cap, 78.8 billion. After today, take 3% off of that, that would be a little over 2 billion. So today they'll probably end up being about a 76, 77 billion dollar company. And let's move on and take a look at where I calculate the intrinsic value for Block. Okay, let me give you a summary on Block. So their performance last year was excellent. Revenue growth of 86% year over year. Last 5 years, revenue growth of 60%. Gross profit was up 62% last year, so a very good year on the top line and gross profit. It generated free cash flow in 2021 of 714 million. Over the last 5 years, they've grown free cash flow by 34%. Their balance sheet's really strong. They could actually pay 99% of total liabilities with current assets. So I'm very comfortable with this company's position on their balance sheet. For 2022, the company has a very long, shareholder letter. If you're interested in Block, I encourage you to read it. It's lengthy, but it has, I think, really a good description of their future and what they're trying to do as a company. But they don't provide any specific guidance. Like, some companies really summarize what they're trying to do in 2022 that lines up with, their revenue growth and, free cash flow and profit and so forth. So with that, I'd like to try to summarize, what I read and know about the company. And I believe SQ is really focused on building the next paradigm of money, payments, and finance. So they, I believe, have a bright future. Next 10 years, this is going to be a company that really is one of the powerhouses in the finance industry / financial technology industry. That this company is going to be one of the bigs. Meanwhile, they execute their annual business plan very well. They achieve good growth, good profit, good cash flow. So my guidance, or I should say, that's what I'm seeing when I read all of their shareholder letters and so forth. One item to note for 2022 is they acquired a company, Afterpay, that does buy now, pay later type of transactions. That's a growing space, it's a hot space, and that will help them grow in 2022. Their earnings call is on May 5th after the market closes, and it's a fun call to participate in. Their CEO, Jack Dorsey, is, I think, one of the oracles in Silicon Valley that can really understands, where technology is going, and I like to hear him speak. And I'm an investor, obviously. My outlook on the company is they're going to be a high growth company that delivers short-term profits and free cash flow. It's a rare find, which is why I'm really excited about the company and continue to buy shares. They are going to have high growth over the next 5 years. And then over the course of time, as they get bigger, it'll be harder to grow. And that growth will moderate, but they'll continue to grow because I think they're going into a space that has a total addressable market that is massive. So this stock, has upside currently based on what I'm seeing and calculating. And it could be a stock that really doubles, triples. It could be worth 10 times, what it's trading today over the course of 10 years. We'll see over the next 10 years, but that's my outlook overall on Block. My plan on Block for 2022 is to buy more shares on dips Today is April 6th, and the market is going to open down. Growth stocks are being punished. They were punished yesterday. It's an opportunity to buy more shares. I'll probably be doing that today. Study each earnings release, really study what they're doing. This is going to be one of my bigger positions, and I really keep close tabs on the stocks that make up my big positions, my big bets, and I'll be studying every earnings call that they have. Just a quick reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not recommending that you buy or sell any specific security. Please weigh your decisions on investing seriously and consult a professional if you feel like you need one. I like to cover, stocks that I invest in, my analysis, what the thesis is of my investment, and hopefully you found that entertaining and interesting. So thanks so much for watching my video. Do me a big favor and like my video. Consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell if you want to receive notifications on releases of new videos on my channel. With that, let me wish you the best success in 2022, and I'll catch you on the next video.